Jesus saves. I had the radio on. My eczema acting up bad. I'm glad it ain't on my neck. It's on my hands bad. It's irritating. I've been looking for my itch pills for a couple of days. I got the pills with work in your blood system to keep you from itching. And I got the cream, but the cream not doing anything. It seems like it's making it itch more. Anybody know anything about eczema? You in the wrong chat. I mean, you're on the wrong channel. Whatever. Anyways, I came up here to read our daily bread. Because I said I was going to do it the whole month. Trying to get back on track. I used to do it on Meta. Early in the morning. Sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. I had to keep changing my times up. Because people was irritating me. So I'm trying to keep up my mustache. It grows every 2 days. But anyway. I know it's Bible study night. I know everybody's probably on the way to TD Jakes and Creflo Dollar. But I'm gonna read this real quick. I'm subscribed to them too. So what I do is, if I'm doing something at that time, I go back later on, save it or whatever, and watch it. Cause one thing about Creflo Dollar, he re-airs his about 3 times in 24 hours. All his stuff, he re-air it. I wonder how he do that. I wonder, can I do it? Some of my stuff. Re-air broadcast your lives. I haven't figured that one out yet. But majority of the time, people know how to get back to mine. They missed it. They know how to go back in there. And that's why lately I've been taking like thumbnails. So y'all know which one is which, so you can go back to it. I missed out on it 2 times. The time when, my neighbor was picking at me, and I just went live right then. And then accidentally the other day I went, oh, yeah, I think it was yesterday. My Uncle Richie, was it? Birthday yesterday? It was 2 days that I didn't do a thumbnail. I started doing the thumbnails because it can keep up with which one y'all can click on to go back and look at them if you're busy or either at work. You know which one is which. Sometimes you can tell if I'm putting different stuff, like if I'm taking a picture of the food or a picture of my face or something outside, or like today I did the pie. I did the apple pie today earlier. Yeah. I don't know why that guy came in my chat talking about nothing. I'm about to read it. Oh man, I should have did it when there's 11, 12 people up there, but it's okay. It's alright. I know. Put this under here. I don't know. I don't know. Just put it up here. I don't care. Y'all, I'm not worried about it. Anyways, it's Luke 15, y'all. Today is Wednesday, April the 2nd. Luke 5, chapter 15, verse 17 through 24. This son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. And that's Luke chapter 15, 24. All is forgiven. In one of his short stories, Ernest Hemingway tells a tale about a Spanish father who longs to reunite with his estranged son. He places an advertisement in a local newspaper. Paco, meet me at Hotel Montana at noon Tuesday. All is forgiven. When the father arrives, he finds a crowd waiting. 800 Pacos had responded to his advertisement, longing to be forgiven by their fathers. Wow. It's a touching story that speaks to our own deep desire for forgiveness. And it reminds me of a story Jesus told. There, a young man leaves his father on a hunt for wild living. That's quote unquote. But soon finds himself in trouble. Luke chapter 15, verse 13 through 14. When he, quote unquote, comes to his senses and returns home, verse 17, his estranged father rushes to embrace him before he's even had a chance to apologize. And that's in verse 20. Quote, this son of mine was dead and is alive again, quote. The father cries in joy. Quote, he was lost and is found, quote. Verse 24. They said that a lot, y'all. That's in verse 24. In this story, the father presents God. The son represents us. And heaven's joy is glimpsed when we too return to our Heavenly Father. Forgiveness lifts a weight off a guilty soul. But like a gift, what's offered to us must be received. Hemingway never tells us if the father in the story finds his own Paco. Will the father in Jesus' story have his sons and daughters return? His arms are outstretched, awaiting our response. And the author of this, what the word is that? That's a distraction. Hold on. The author of this has my name in it, y'all. Sheri Você. Y'all know what a Sheridan, like the hotel? My whole name is in the front of it. Sheri, and then Dan. Sheridan Você is the author. How would you feel if you were Paco's father? Huh? Why are you asking that? What can hold you back from receiving divine forgiveness? How would I feel? Well, the thing is, y'all, he wrote the thing in the newspaper for his son, but they said it was what 800 people that got there. Yeah, 800 Pacos had responded to the advertisement, but he didn't see his son. I don't know. It never said anything about his son. Or he ever saw the son. I didn't see that. But anyway, uh, hmm. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what I was experiencing when I was reading this. Um, lately, when I read about forgiveness, a lot of thoughts go through my head um, about things that I'm experiencing now, and some people that I have forgiven, but they have not never ever came to me and told me that they were um, sorry for the things they done to me. Um, uh, I mean, I had it's been a lot of people, right? But I have had, like my 80s baby, he wrote me a letter when he was locked up and told me why he did the things he did to me. And I, um, I, the forgiveness part about it was more relieving when he explained to me why he was doing the things that he was doing. So it was easier for me to forgive him because I even after he did all the stuff to me, he took my life and stuff like that. I even like after he got out of jail, I even almost tried to get back with him. Weird, right? But because he had wrote the letter, but it didn't work out because he was still doing stuff that I wasn't doing, and I just didn't want to fall for that. And then he still was. He had ended up getting the girl that he was cheating on me with pregnant, and he got a little girl and stuff. But we all cool. I'm cool with that. Um, but it helped ease when a person come back to you and tell you, look, I wronged you, and it makes forgiveness better, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but me. So when I read this and people have done things to me and people that are doing things to me now, it it makes me think. And the question is, how would you feel if you was Paco's father? I know what he's feeling because he wants to forgive, but he don't have his son there to forgive him. But it was other people that came and but to me, um, it was a sign from God because somebody recognized it and somebody wanted forgiveness because 800 people came. And if I was him and that had happened to me, I would take it as a sign that he has been forgiven because God sent all them people there, you know, even though it never said anything about his son. But 800 other people came there because they wanted forgiveness from their father. And what can you hold? What can you hold back from receiving divine forgiveness? What can you hold No, what can you hold back from receiving divine, divine forgiveness? I don't get it. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. What can hold? No, yeah, that's what I got that wrong. What can hold you back from divine forgiveness? It's almost like what I was saying. It's almost like how I was explaining it, or how I feel like when I forgive people and I ask God to forgive them and I ask God to help me forgive them. But the thing about it is, like, if I'm still around the people, and in particular, like family members, it's hard to duck them. Um, but sometimes people act like as if they never did anything, and just because God forgave you, I think you still should be able to come. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, okay? Um, Joyce Myers, right? Her father used to rape her, and she's a minister, right? Her own blood father used to rape her. Okay? He had to come back and apologize. And by him apologizing, it helped her heal and start loving him back. So the thing with forgiveness with me, it's easy for me to forgive people. It's just the fact when people act like as if they never did anything. Especially if they already turned their life over to God and they so-called call themselves a Christian. Most most Christians, y'all, and I'm gonna be honest, most Christians have a conscience. They not gonna let the devil keep them from coming to you and saying, "Look, I crossed you. Look, I did this at this time, and I wasn't aware, and I didn't have Jesus Christ, and I, I totally, apologize, and I would love for you to forgive me, right?" So that's the thing with me. And I think in this one here, um, by having the 800 people there, that is a sign of God, right? Letting the Father, Ernest Hemingway, um, know you may not have your son here for forgiveness, but I sent 800 sons. You get what I'm saying? So by him not having that one son there, God was giving him clarification that he has been forgiven by God, even if the son doesn't forgive him. That's how I perceive that. It was clarification. And I know what Paco, not Paco, Mr. Ernest Hemingway may have felt a little indifferent. But by 800 people showing up, that's God saying, your son may not have forgiven you, but I sent 800 to let you know that I have. I, God saying himself. That's how amazing God worked. He sent 800 other people. And he was showing them that everybody should be able to accept forgiveness. So, yeah, it was a little difficult when it said, what can hold you back from receiving divine forgiveness? Um, nothing should hold you back, Because even though when people don't come to you, and I get sentimental when I talk about stuff like this, even when people don't come to you and take accountability, there's a lot of people that don't take accountability. And that's the thing with forgiveness. When a person don't take accountability and say, I lied, I cheated, I did rape you, or I did kill you, you know, try to take your life, you know. And I'm talking about in reference to my exes that had did that to me. And several times it happened to me. And first time it happened to me when I was 17. Uh, you know, but God had someone else there to blow uh, breath back in my body that knew CPR. But the thing about it is, it's a little bit difficult to forgive if you don't love God and Jesus and have the Holy Spirit in your life, and God showing you how to forgive. Because a lot of people are not going to take accountability to the things they done. They're either going to block it out of their head, or they're either going to say, oh, that was so long ago, or they're either going to say, oh, you always got your mind in the past. But see, let me tell y'all something. Your mind won't stay in the past if a person will take accountability and do like I do. Because I know I'm a Christian, because ever since I was 3, anytime I ever crossed anybody or did anything, my heart and my mind, I wouldn't be able to go to sleep. You know, I wouldn't, my soul can't rest. That's how you know when the Holy Spirit lives within you, because you can't go around hurting people and saying stuff with people and not go and back and apologize. Because a lot of times I go to God first, and God will say, yeah, I forgive you, but I need you to go to them and tell them also what you told me. God will tell you this, because he done it to me so many times, you know. So yeah, forgiveness is hard, because let me tell you something. The hardest thing about forgiveness is forgiving yourself. You know, excuse me for a second. And yeah, that might be what he had been experiencing. That's why he put the um the thing in the newspaper. Uh, but that was God's work. That 800 people had seen that, and they wanted the same thing that he was looking for: forgiveness. Yeah. So every time I read something, y'all, that's even in the Bible, like stories about forgiveness, um, it's very touching, because especially if you have forgiven somebody and they have not came to you and said what they did and they hurt you and all this. And another thing is when they constantly keep doing it, it's hard to keep forgiving them. You know, okay, but Anchor, I'm trying to say, like for instance, like, okay, like for instance, when I was with my boyfriends and stuff, and they would say, "Oh, I was drinking," or I was high," or "I didn't feel good. I needed some weed that day or something, and I took it out on you." And then they come back the next week and hit you and black your eyes, and that's where it's hard to forgive people, because they repeatedly keep doing the same thing. And then find an excuse and don't take accountability, but find an excuse to cover it up. So that's the thing with forgiveness with me is, I forgive you, right? And God, and I go to God and I say, you know, because I got a forgiving heart, right? And then you come back and do the same old thing. That's the tricky thing about forgiveness. Yeah. So Yeah, so if you want to read anything else about this, you got to go to Luke chapter 15, and it's in 17 and 24, where the verse is, "This son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." Yeah, Luke 15:24. Yeah, I like the way that our Daily Bread use real life people and stories, and that's what makes it so interesting and deep. And they have the verses and stuff that back it up. Yeah, but forgiveness is a thing, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's a thing, especially what I'm still going through now. And people act like they're not lying on you and doing things to you, um, mentally, messing with your mental. Um, that's like the hardest, because it kind of, I'm gonna tell you what it was doing to me. It was I had to do a lot of praying. It was making me bitter. It was making me think all white people's the same. Yeah, had me kept saying white, the color white, and it hurt, because I know all white people's not like that. Because I have a best friend named Gilbert, right? Do anything for me. I had him on my son's school thing. Like anything happened to me or need to go pick him up, he was on there. He go to school and pick my son up. I trusted him with my son. I only got one son. He's white and he's from Buckrow. And for me to experience that, and I'm still experiencing it. So forgiveness is like a real uh touchy subject for me, y'all. Every time I talk about anything or any parable or any verse that talk about forgiveness, it is very, very touchy, because if somebody's repeatedly doing something to you and you keep going to the Father and you asking for forgiveness and to forgive them, and they constantly do it every day, it's kind of like uh Groundhog Day. It's, yes, it's like Groundhog Day, y'all. Y'all ever seen the movie Groundhog Day? But yeah, you got to be real tough. That's all I can say. And it's like a test of your faith and and your endurance. So yeah, forgiveness is a thing, and then you got to forgive yourself, especially if you, like, for instance, I was getting bitter, and I kept on saying white, 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 and I know I ain't never been prejudiced a day in my life. And then I caught myself saying hunky. Then I caught myself saying cracker. And I said, oh my God, Jesus. I had to forgive myself. Because they were making me like them. And I ain't never been that way a day in my life. Nope. So, yeah, that was touchy. And I just wanted to let y'all know some real stuff. You gotta be prayed up, and you got to have the strength. You got to have the Holy Spirit, covering you when you're enduring things, and you have to always still forgive these people for doing it to you, and you still have to pray for your enemies, regardless of how they behave, because if you behave like them and you do the same thing that they're doing to you back, what's going to happen is the devil is just winning, because that's what he tend to do. He's ahead of it all. He do it through your family members, neighbors, boyfriends, whatever you love, or whatever is close to you, and your neighbors are close to you. Why? Because you get up and you see them movements all day, and you hear them. That's close to you. It's almost like having a family member. And yeah, you gotta stay prayed up, and you gotta have a good heart. If you don't have a good heart and you harden your heart, it's going to be really hard to forgive and accept forgiveness for yourself. Yeah. And yeah, I, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I never get up here, and I kind of dread it because my hands was itching real bad. And I said, you know what, that that's a distraction. And a lot of times the devil do that. He try to get you distracted because I know I'm supposed to be reading this, and I'm supposed to be doing it the whole month. You know, on a live. It don't matter what time, just long as it's every day, right? It don't matter if it's morning, noon, night, whatever. You know, it's weird how he tried to make me feel real sick early and irritated, and my hands was itching. Cause I think I think sometimes and all the time that he tried to keep you from getting the message across. And people need to know the realness of how the the enemy works. Because if he gets you to start behaving like the person that's hurting you and thinking like the person that's hurting you, then what? He has won. There's no victory in that. And when you don't forgive a person and you keep grudges and things like that, it only make you bitter, and it only hardens your heart. You don't ever want to harden your heart, because that means you're not allowing God and Jesus in. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's it with that. Yep, that's it. I don't know why this little guy came up in here. I don't know, there's a lot of young guys coming in here. That's what forgiveness look like, y'all. That's what forgiveness look like. That's in my wisdom Bible. But you know, that's what forgiveness look like. When the devil sends somebody to take your life, just take your life from you, you know? That's what forgiveness look like. Okay? And I'll share something with you guys. I don't have it on me at hand. I wrote a letter right before this guy got out of jail to him, apologizing to him. And, you know, it wasn't my fault. But I just apologized on my end because I'm an adult. And I'm a lot older than he is. And he was an adult at the time. But, yeah, that's what forgiveness looks like. When you forgive people, if I hadn't forgive him, I'd probably still be looking like this. But because I forgave him, God cleaned it up. You know? Okay, this is something that I wrote in my wisdom Bible. And I wrote this. I said, Lord, please fix my street. And I put my address. And I said, in Hampton, Virginia. And I put my zip code. I said, they said I'm crazy, and I know I love you, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. And I put every house down that had said that was picking at me. And they're my neighbors. And they're all in order. Because I know everybody's address. Because I've been here. So I wrote all their address down in here. And especially the one next door to me. I got their address in there. And I said, wow. I said, thank you, God, for some of the new changes. I came back in 2024 because in 2022, a few had moved out, but they replaced them with some other ones. So I came back after I wrote that in 2022. I came back in 2024 and I said, I put the main address, the main neighbors, and then I said, wow. I said, Lord, thank you. Some of the new changes, because it was the neighbors across from me, he moved out. The ones that said I was crazy, the guy ended up in the crazy house. And then the lady ended up giving me the TV and tried to give me the air condition and everything. They had to come back. You get what I'm saying? And that's the power of praying. So, and then I wrote changes in my neighborhood. I said, you have always been a miracle worker. I said, thank you for changing me and the people around me and in my near future. Excuse me, y'all. I said, you have never left me nor forsaken me. I said, I'm so sorry for allowing myself to astray in the past. I said, I know. I don't understand your ways at times. I said, God, keep continuing to reveal my life you have planned for me. And I said, thank you. So the reason I read that, because that was April of 2024 and April of 2022. I went back and revised stuff and went back in there and like if it's a change that God has made or if something's still going on, I'll go back and tweak it. And I just finished this book last year. My wisdom Bible is Proverbs. And I had asked him to help me finish this because I got it in 2016. And I kept on around about certain days. People kept sending me to the hospital, psychiatric centers. And I noticed that's what was going on. And my book was always here. I never took it with me. And so those times when I went to the psychiatric center, and then around about my birthday and Christmas and stuff, I was missing pages and writing in there because I journal. And I was trying to figure out, I said, God, why I keep missing these pages right here? And I went back and I thought, and I do paperwork and stuff. So I took some of my psychiatric papers and stuff like that I got and looked at the dates and all of them was like around the same time. I was going to the hospital and these rehabilitation centers because these people was wrecking my brain. And what I was doing at that time was I was drinking, trying to self-medicate, and it was just only making the condition and stuff worse. And every time like I would call the police out here, they would always come for me and put me in a rehabilitation center and say I was crazy. And that's what they do in dominantly white neighborhoods. They say you crazy, and then when you call the police, they try to put you in places like that. So I always took God with me and Jesus with me, and I always prayed and I always wrote to God about things that was happening to me. I have to go back in here and tweak it again because he removed some other people too. Across the street, these people was picking at me a little bit before I went to the hospital. This guy was trying to fight me. I remember. And I was out in my yard, and I had to pick up sticks and stuff, and he was, just coming in my yard, just picking at me. That house across the street's for sale now. And I'm hoping that these black neighbors go in there, because it's like, it's a little too much that's going on. I mean, it's a lot of little redneck stuff that's going on around here, and they happen to stick together, especially if like they all doing the same thing, smoking weed and committing sin, like 2 men, 3 men, they sleeping with each other, and they don't care for women anyway, you know. And the fun fact, and it's not nothing fun about it, when the guy in 2023 assaulted me, the guy had a camera right straight across me. He had a camera on his house and told the police that he wasn't gonna give it to him. But that's what the police told me, you know. And I bet you he sit around and look at that and got a clip of it and look at it all the time and think it's funny. But you know he got a daughter. You know he got a daughter, right? What if somebody did that to his daughter? You gotta be careful, you know, how you treat people, because that same guy is still coming around taunting me. And the guy across the street wouldn't even give to the police when he did what he did to me with the can of beer, and the little white boy he holding his hand when he hit me. You know what I'm saying? Snatched my wig off, took my phone, slammed it on the ground. You know how important your phone is, right? I'm right here on the phone now, right? And this guy had just moved in. He hadn't been in a month, and he wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't let the police get the footage. But he stayed watching my house all the time. And he might be watching me now. So that's why I keep a relationship with God. And that's why I keep a forgiving heart. And that's why I always stay on my knees and pray. Because it's the enemy is the devil. He get those people to do things to try to attack you because of God. See, they living in sin. These men are sleeping with each other. These men are doing drugs. They're doing things of the devil. So if I'm over here and I'm worshiping God and listening to my gospel music, and that's what I was doing when I had my car and everything, I would watch my car be out in the front yard, listening to my CeCe Winans and Shirley Caesar, Ty Tribute, and all this stuff, and these people was hating on me. I don't say nothing about when they playing their rap music, country music and all they street music. I didn't say nothing to them. I've been there. I used to listen to that stuff. Talking about sex and all that stuff, and talking about, doing these things. I didn't say anything to them about that because I had that life. That was my past life. And for them to hate on, my spirituality, and to hate on the fact that I'm a single woman. I live here by myself. I cut my own grass. I do everything myself. I had to go in here and write to God about this stuff. Everything that happens to me, I write to God about it. And every time I would run and talk to the police about it, they always would send people around here and try to put me up in a crazy house, y'all. Last year, I went to Riverside and I lost a whole car behind them. I never forget. The guy followed. He wasn't even supposed to follow me because I had a protective order. He followed me down the road, stalking me when I was trying to get to my mama house. And had me hemmed up at the store down there, called the police and had me hemmed up at the store with the guy across the street tried to fight me that no longer lived in that house, that was on drugs real bad also, and had these little kids running around, had his mama half crippled, trying to take care of those kids. I don't talk about people because if I can't help a person, and the way I help them is through prayer, because they act like they biggity, but they ain't got nothing, but they act like they better than you. Because why? Because they see God and they see the things that you do that God's doing for you, and they're envious of it. God has showed it to me. They're like, well, she single. She ain't got a man over there, and she got everything going on. Some people just, and then they be like, oh, her hair, oh, this. You can't be jealous of something that God made and a gift that God has given a person, you know. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I always go back every time another year comes, and I'll go back and see how God answered my prayers. And am I still experiencing it? Or has it got better? Or is it, you know, and I went in here and I did it in 2024. I got to go back in here now and tweak it. Because I did thank him for removing them people across there. Because I kept moving, y'all. When people kept messing with me, I would move. I kept moving. And I kept on moving right back into the same situation. Every time I moved, I had people hating me. I lost I lost 3 places in 2 years. The lady was jealous of me on Sheri Road. She burnt the house up. I was in a duplex. My son was in it. So then I go to an apartment because I couldn't afford all this, the utilities, the water bill, the gas, the electric, partial rent and all that stuff. I had all these bills and I'm by myself, right? So I go to the apartments, and because I had Section 8 and they had housing, they bust my windows out twice, got put out. Then I had to go stay in the she shed for 3 months. Then I ran into Mr. Stoney. God let me run to him. Stay with him 6 months free. Got 2 jobs. He furnished my house. Then I go to Monterey. These same people that I was buying beer and giving money and I was hitting lottery. I always hit lottery. I'm good with numbers. And these same people went to the people and told them that I was bothering them because they were jealous of me to try to get me put out of that place. So I said, you know what? I told the people, I said, let me tell you something. Just give me 3 months and I'll move. The lady said, no, we'll give you 2. I wasn't even ready to move, y'all. I had just got all my stuff back. I had to write a letter, an essay to Section 8 to get all my stuff back. These people was trying to take things that I had prayed for. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say, and you know what got me here? Forgiveness. I constantly have to forgive these people for trying to take every single thing that I have prayed for. Everything I got, I prayed for. And anybody in the whole world can do the same thing. Everything I ever got in my whole life, I have prayed for. Down to titties, breasts. You get what I'm saying? And that's the weirdest part about it. Everywhere I go, somebody's jealous over things that all I did was ask God, my Father, and Jesus for. I prayed for my son. Let me tell you how God worked. I prayed for my son. I got him in 2 months. I prayed for my son, and I prayed for sobriety. And me and Thelma Singleton, she was an evangelist, and she's real good. Anything she prayed, she's like me. You pray, and you get it. If you believe, you're going to get it because you got prophets like that. So she was doing real good. She had stopped drinking. And me and her was praying. And she said, come here. And she started praying for me. And I said, I got 2 things I want, Thelma. And she's my cousin, too. I said, I got 2 things I want. I said, I want to be pregnant because I know that would slow me down. And I said, I want to stop alcohol. Automatic, when I got pregnant, I knew I was going to stop alcohol because I didn't want my son to be an alcoholic. Right? And I didn't want my son to be deformed. I got all that in 2 months. And guess what happened? In the 3rd month, I got Section 8. I didn't even ask for that. All I did was went and filled it out and got it before Christmas. I got pregnant in my birthday in September. In October, I went to the Section 8 building. I was in my place by Christmas. That's God's work. And people just jealous of God's work. You can get anything you want in this world through prayer. And I don't understand why people keep wanting to take things that I have prayed for. It wasn't luck. This stuff I've been praying for years. And then they try to take my house and have me out there in the street prostituting just to get a hotel room. And this is some real stuff, y'all. This stuff had happened to me in Hampton, Virginia. I don't care where I moved at. It was somebody setting a trap to take everything that God has given me. And I'm on this because you have to still forgive these people and still pray for them while all this stuff is still happening. Building traps every single day. Just building traps. You know? How you gonna be against something? I worked all my life. My first job, let me see. My uncle Geno Singleton, picking potatoes out the ground. Potatoes and tobacco. And then when I got to the city in Norfolk, Virginia, delivering newspapers. Now, how y'all gonna keep taking from people that has worked all their lives? And they get mad because I got stuck with SSI and Section 8 and food stamps. That wasn't my choice. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a breadwinner. People kept taking my stuff. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I can do anything in this world I can do. A to Z plan. I tell people all the time, what is it I can't do? There's nothing I can't do. Anything, I could do anything with God. Anything I ask him, he's going to give it to me. If he see to, I need it, or he want me to have it. So why is it people in this world that keep trying to take things from God? You know? And the reason I'm talking about it because I'm coming back in here, right? And I'm still experiencing the one that's real close, right? And it's set up like that, y'all. It's like set up like that. When one moves out, another couple or another person moves in as pregnant. And I told him, and I investigated, y'all. And I was reading the FOIA, cause see, I'm studying to be a lawyer, right? And a psychiatrist also, in the house, in home. I always did home study. And I'm reading the FOIA, and these people that saying they work, they do not work. What they're doing is putting on work uniforms, acting like they're working, y'all. They're not working. Their work is to try. It's like a ring, like a prejudice, like ring, like a cult. And I seen on the FOIA, it was called Buck's Homework. And I was like, Buck's Homework? And I'm reading the FOIA, I'm like, what is this Buck's Homework? And the guy was like, these people not working. They acting like they working. And who's paying them to work on people's nerves? I figured it out. I'm sitting there, I got a FOIA. I got the FOIA. I got stacked like this. And I asked my lawyer, I said, why you ain't go do the work that I did? I saw you working for the Commonwealth because I fired like 3 of them already. I said, you know I'm smart, right? And they don't like the fact that I'm smart and I know what's going on. But this guy's African. I'm like, you don't do something about this. Something ain't right with you. You need to go back to Africa. Because I've been sitting here studying this whole street where I live at for years. Even when I was drinking, I was studying. I'm like, now that I am sober, I'm like, these people are doing window crime. And I was always wondering how the things that was happening to me, why was it happening? Because one is telling the other one, and then you got one that work at 7-Eleven. Her husband is a supremacist, you know, that flag thing. What's that thing? The Confederate flag. Yeah. And then she telling people when I'm at the 7-Eleven, this was when I was drinking, telling me she down here at 7-Eleven, you know, drinking up, you know, Mike and I Hearts and stuff like that. I was drinking. And all Rico Herson texting and telling that, you know, she on the way down the street. And that's how the other week when I called the police, y'all, that's how I figured it out. I was like, because when I was doing my shorts, they were old shorts, y'all. They were old shorts. So I'm like, because they was trying to see what I was doing, like when I put a short up, they like, oh, she over here. So I had to figure it out. I said, no, I'm not gonna do that no more. So I had did an old short, and then somebody else had told somebody else, and then I was going by the Cheeto truck, and then I thought about it, and I went back to the Cheeto truck, and I said, the Confederate flag woman, the one that said she was going to shoot me in my face, had told them I was on my way down the street and had the kids lined up to try to mess with me, y'all. It's like a little sting, a little thing that they got together that they doing over here. And it's criminal acts, you know. And back to what I'm saying, if it wasn't for God and Jesus and having discernment and praying and writing in here and keeping a log of everything that's happening on the street and around, you know, I don't know where I would be. I know I haven't been, since I've been over here in this area, Buckrow, I know I have been to the rehabilitation center, psych ward, whatever you want to call it, 5 times because of them. And I'm going to tell you what they told me when they first moved here. They were going in my mailbox, y'all, and I was wondering why I was getting my you know how the little thing that you got to turn in your intern for a food stamp, stuff like that. They were going in my mailbox. Then got in an argument with me one day and said, you got food stamps in Section 8. And how would they know all that? And I kept on getting my Section 8 and all that papers and stuff, you know, not on time. I was like, what's going on? I'm calling the worker. They were going in my mailbox. I mean, these people are like treacherous. And if it had been for me knowing God and having a relationship with God, no telling what would have been happen to me, y'all. And it's like I cleaned up like just in time, you know, just in time to really recognize what's going on, you know. And I wouldn't ever, never ever want anybody in this whole, I don't care if my worst enemy, to experience what I've been through since I've been here, in this house, on the street, in this neighborhood. I call myself running from the street people, the pistol whipping and all that stuff, the raping and all that stuff. These people play with your mental. It did a little physical, the brother did, but they play with your mental more than anything. But anyway, I hope somebody learned something from this. And the reason I got on this subject is for forgiveness. And then when I open it up to go to April the 2nd, in my wisdom book, it has dates. And I write in there every year. I go back in there to see if God had answered my prayers. This was on the page. And that was forgiveness. Because this is the guy that killed me twice in this house. And, you know, I forgave him. You get what I'm saying? That's how I got on the subject. But you know what? You know what? Sometimes my mind be thinking, y'all. What my mind be thinking sometimes, I wonder if that guy was still around. Would he do that to them? What he did to me? If he loved me like he said he did. You think he would have my back? I be thinking like that sometimes. Them thugs that used to be around me and stuff, and street pop guys, you know, murder guys. I wonder, would they protect me? Like when they took me out, would they would take one of them out that been doing that to me? I be asking God all the time, like, oh, this stuff is kind of like mysterious. Where they at when you need them? You did this to me. I hope they be looking at some of my videos. I know the 80s baby do, because he got in my comments one time and said something, some food or something looked good, and something else, oh yeah, and something, my hair or something in one of my videos. Oh God, Jesus. But yeah, forgiveness, y'all. Y'all got to learn to forgive. You got to learn to forgive, because God is a God of forgiveness, you know. His only son. You know, they killed his only son. And his son, through his son, even the people that did all the stuff to me can go to Jesus Christ and get saved and forgive for all the things that they've done to me. That's simple, right? God forgives murderers, you know, and liars and thieves, and you know. So I hope y'all learned something from that. I have a lot of memories, y'all. And all the pictures that I have, it tells the real stories. I'm just looking at one of these pictures that I have in my wisdom Bible. It's a guy at the club, right? That always like me. He kissing on me at the club. But my sister trying to kiss on him, but he kissing on me. And I'm sitting there, because I keep all my pictures, y'all. And this was right when I got pregnant with my son. Look. He kissing me, but she gonna reach over there and kiss him. Isn't that funny? And then she got my shirt on. She borrowed my clothes. That's the type of life I have. I keep my memories because I'm looking, because it tells me, my pictures tell me a lot. That's me. I got pregnant with my son right there in that same year, and I had picked up like I don't know, like 20 pounds. I'm like 155 in that picture. And he kissing me. And he got on Donnell's jacket, my first love, the Sherlin that we got in New York. When I almost got killed in New York, and Donnell said, Sheri, the van coming. Well, this guy got his jacket on that I went and got for him up the stairs, the real deal. And he's kissing me, and then she reaches over and kiss him. That's my life, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all, let me tell y'all something. It's better to be by yourself. Because if things like this is happening to you, it's better to be by yourself. Because I never understood this. I always be looking, I said, why is she, and why has he got Donnell's jacket on? Donnell had passed a little bit before then, yeah. Yeah, it was my first love. Yeah, it's weird, y'all. My life is weird, but God shows me things, and pictures don't lie. Yeah, I love pictures, and I love my life now, you know. And I've just been doing a whole bunch of printing pictures, you know. I love my life, you know. I look good by myself. If somebody gonna keep hurting me, you know, I look good by myself. You know, because you can't trust man. You trust God, you know. And I just was sitting there, and, you know, I forgive people, you know. And I love my memories. My memories. And I'm not mad at nobody. I forgive people, but it's just weird. I just looking at the whole outfit was mine, and then he kissing on me, want me so bad. And she reaches over there and take a kiss from him. These folks crazy. Oh God. I'm just glad. I'm glad I'm where I am, and I'm glad I'm about to be 50, and I learned from all these mistakes, and how the devil work through people, and envy, and things like that. You know. I always took pictures, y'all. I like taking pictures. I always kept cameras. Everywhere I went, I had the little Walmart throwaway cameras. Everywhere I went, I would always snap pictures. And pictures is 1,000 words. Like people tell you, pictures don't lie. And then the eyes in the picture don't lie. You know, because I was looking at something back in the day. And they had a picture of Tupac and some other people, and the way that people was looking at Tupac, they envied him the whole time because he was a prophet. You know, everybody ain't chosen, you know, and thank you. I wasn't supposed to have these glasses on. They reading glasses. They make my eyes hurt. Thank you. Yeah, I was talking about Tupac. And then the pictures, how people tell you in a picture, the picture don't lie. It tells us it's 1,000 words, right? And I just look back in some of my pictures and I remember what I was doing and what age I was and what was going on during that time. And that's why, you know, I like these videos and stuff too. Because they memories and they help folks. Yeah. They help me. And the ones I was doing on Meta, y'all, they kept me on task because I have ADHD and I had went like almost 6 months without my medicine. And so I would play back my video to remind me of the things I had to do. One time I kept on saying I was gonna get a light bulb. And then one day I was at the Family Dollar and I was looking at one of my things and it said light bulb. I ran in the Family Dollar and got the light bulb. So these videos be helping me. It was helping my mom too. She was doing things too. Things I said I was gonna do, she was doing it too. Like events, for instance, I said I gotta get my nails done. She went and ran, got her get her nails done. Yeah, yeah, it's a lifesaver. Thank you, Mohan. You Arabic? Yeah, your name is Mohan. You Arabic? He said, I like your smiley face very much, darling, and long hair. You do? Woo! Funny. I like your compliments. You remind me of the young fella that's a prince or something's over in the thing. He always in the comments telling me nice stuff, yummy, the food and nice life. He like my pictures. I think he be doing snapshots. I mean screenshots. But anyway, I don't know what they be doing over there. They in way over across the sea. I don't know, but they like me. You are looking very, very beautiful, darling. Thank you. Who's this? Do you still see your mom? Yeah. My mom right around the corner. My mom, look, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you about my mom. If I move, my mama gonna move right with me. She been doing it for the last 10 years. Every time I move, she finds a house near me on that street. A couple of, like, 2 minutes away. I knew you was from somewhere in India. Hey. Cause your name, Mohan, is different. I got a lot of Indian people that be watching me. My studio tell me about y'all. A lot of y'all don't get in the chat. Y'all just look at me and just be looking looking at the videos. I did some India videos. I try to dance like y'all. Y'all dance nice. The men and the women. The dancing y'all do. The style dancing. Oh, thank you. Mahan said, y'all, he said, you are a very smart lady. Thank you. My mom not my twin. I got some of her ways. But she's not my twin. My mom ain't my twin. No. I got a lot of her ways. I got her sixth sense, discernment. She got discernment too. I have a lot of skills from her. I started doing hair, watching her do hair in the kitchen. Cooking, she cooked. We got a lot of similarities. She know how to dress. I got that from her. A lot of things I got from my mom. But I look more like on my dad's side, the Indians. Yeah. But I look, when I gained like a lot of weight, I look like my mom's mother. Short and stubby. It's weird. Like when I lose weight, I look more like my grandma Helen, and then when I pick up weight, I look like my grandma Eileen. But I got both on mustache. My grandma Helen is the whiskers, and then my grandma Eileen right here. Bye-bye, darling. And I want one flying kiss, darling. Thanks for coming in the chat. Making my little night. Drying my tears. Get your little crazy stuff out the chat. You, P. What about my mama? What about your mama? You know, I used to tell people back in the days, I can say things about my mama, but you can't. Y'all weird. I say things about my mama. I don't know about anybody else. I beat people up over my mama. I stayed in girls' home. That's my mama you want to. I was the only one like fight. Especially when my mom's boyfriends was messing with her. I think that's why I got PTSD early too. I would get in front of guns and everything. Knives, fire. I was my mama's angel. I protected my mom. Yeah, I can talk about my mama. Nobody else can't talk about my mama. You better get your little butt out of the chat. I gave you a kiss. I said, I did it already. I can't get no more kisses. You just got in the chat. You ain't been subscribed to me. Go look at my video. So, I heard you like lips, hips, and eyes. I made that because everybody kept looking at that video when I was sitting over there messing with my chin hairs. Gotta make something for them because that was weird. I can't believe I've been up here this long. Anyway, Jesus saves. So, I feel better. Guess what, y'all? My hand's not itchy no more. I think I was thinking about it too much, and I think the devil was trying to keep me from getting up here. My hands are not itching anymore, y'all. The devil tried to trick me. That's what he was trying to do. He didn't want me to get up here and share what I was talking about. I don't know who you are, but if you keep acting out, I'm going to hide you from the channel. I know what I'm doing. You done wrote some weird stuff in the chat like 6 times now. And I got your whole name. I keep a pen right here and I write people's names down. I go check out your channel, all that stuff. I don't be playing around. It's 2025, man. I'm about to be 50 cent. 50 cent paying my rent. Are you supposed to be a comedian? Now look, I didn't let out tears for the last 3 days, and this eye right here trying to swell again. The one that used to get beat in all the time. When I cry, it gets swollen. Oh, you be trolling. Oh, okay. Look, when I first started coming up here, they liked me, the trolls, because I pray for them. They say, you cool. Trolls need love too. They're only trolling because what? They need love. Think about it. Oh. So, y'all, I have to let you know this. What? Chicken butt. No, I was not cooking because I just cooked. I cooked pasta salad, barbecue chicken, um, potato salad. I don't have to cook. I ain't gonna keep on cooking all that food. I might cook some for breakfast tomorrow. I went shopping and got some breakfast food and some other stuff, but I wasn't gonna cook tonight. Nope, because I had barbecue chicken. I could say I need to make macaroni and cheese. I ain't made no macaroni and cheese yet, y'all. Because I ain't had no macaroni and cheese at all last month because I won't eat noodles. But I wasn't gonna make no food, y'all. All that food in my refrigerator, you saw it. That big thing of pasta salad, and then I got the bowl of, I made a small bowl of potato salad, and then the thing of barbecue chicken. I don't need to. Basically, I had did the shorts and stuff, so y'all got stuff to look at. And then I made two. No, I got another video for y'all too. So I made 2 videos, and then I got another video for y'all to see. I'll put it up there when I get off. It's everywhere, but I learned something making that video today. I learned something to do, and you'll see it in the video what I learned to do. So y'all be looking out. I'm gonna have some real good videos for y'all. So you won't have to be seeing my face on live all the time. I'm more like a therapist. You ain't no therapist. Oh yeah, because I said my mom. I said every time I move. When I said every time I move, my mom moved close to me. Yeah, the remark that you had said, yeah, that did sound like something like a therapist. It's okay. I talk to a lot of therapists. I don't talk to them. They talk to me. A lot of doctors and stuff. It's on YouTube. All you gotta do is subscribe. I was listening to some today. Because sometimes you just gotta click on and just listen to some positive stuff. You can't keep on listening to negativity. Nobody needs to listen to that. Drown that stuff out. But yeah. But it's my favorite word, y'all. But. No, it's my favorite fanboy. My favorite word and name is Jesus. Jesus saves.